Hello? Nope, that's not it. Hello. 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 Hold on. I'm like super unfocused right now. Like I'm like super unfocused on streaming. I'm like super wired into typing. I'm ready to get some work done. Oh baby. Anyways, send me. Yeah. I'm back to working on this. I have actually implemented almost as much as I possibly can for the spout stuff. Still need to test a lot of bits of it, but right now I'm just fixing up the documentation piece. So I don't know. I'm just gonna be pretty heads down until I finish it up. Yeah, because the original author left a lot of grammatical mistakes in it, which I could copy and paste it, or I could fix them. That's what I'm gonna do. Where was I? Enable spell lockbox. Control, get begin. Cross-referencing the built-in documentation things. So how do they do enums? Because I don't remember which ones use enums. I know some of them do. I really hope... oh, it does. Oh my god. Okay, so they they cast it to an integer. That's fantastic. I love it. Oh no. Alright, cool. Almost done. I think this one is wrong, by the way. I think this is actually referring to whether or not the class as a whole is initialized, because I'm pretty sure you never need to, there's no way to like manually initialize, which is why I think it's wrong. I don't know. It's there in the header, so I guess we're using it. But I don't think it's correct. But I have no proof other than like it always just says true, which doesn't seem correct. Okay. Did I do everything? I think I put these all the way up here. Okay. I should also change this. Then while we're at it, just so it's everything is in order. So that was after share texture. This is information. Lock. I think this one's broken, by the way. When I tested it, it didn't work. And I suppose I should also expose these, huh? Oh, hello. All right. No, thank you for the follow, by the way. Official Keck. A W for everybody. All right, that's 300 milliliters. There we go. Delicious. Room temperature water. Yeah, I'm not talking too much today because I'm focused on just typing text. And then even after this, I still need to debug why some functions don't work how I think they should work. For example, I'm only able to send like the default FBO, not a specific texture FBO. And then when I send textures, all I get is a black screen, probably because like the data is being dropped out into the middle of nowhere. So we're close. We're close. But no, we're in heads down typing mode. My favorites. But yeah, if you are interested, by the way, I know I've been mostly silent, but if you're interested, you can find not this version, but a version from yesterday up on my GitHub. You can find that down in my description, or if you type in !GitHub, the bot will just tell you the repo. It should be there. It is public, free and open source, etc., etc. All right, cool. Internally, I won't add the note, but these functions are my own functions to help with certain things, right? So for example, for getting senders, yeah, for getting senders, you can only get one sender at a time. So I've just wrapped it there. Nothing fancy. Oh, hold on, we don't need that. VS Code. Language. Full name. Okay, I know that there's a, yeah, this one. So XML. I guess XML doesn't have it. I think that it should still be valid marked or XML. Markdown, XML, they use the same comments. Region. Does that work? That's fine. I guess we won't have folding for this one. All right, let's do the last one, I guess, because I still haven't done graphics compatibility, and all the other ones I don't really need to do, like timing utilities, don't need it. Registry stuff, really don't need it. But everything else is more or less there, maybe. And then I'll need to go back over this again because I haven't been updating the language binds. Whatever. That's fine. Alright, information, graphics adapter. And then this was above graphics adapter. auto share. GLDX ready. I feel like I didn't do some of these as well. Maybe I'm crazy. Alright. Alright, now I get to do the very fun job of going all the way back through these and then making sure I exposed everything properly. Yeah, I didn't. Oh no, because graphics adapter isn't here. No good. Right? Yeah, okay. So I didn't expose graphics adapter either. Okay. Chapter name. Oh, okay. Okay. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, I think. Probably. Now we get to do the fun thing. Just go back through one more time. And let's see. Didn't make sure I didn't miss anything I shouldn't have. And then cross-reference. Some of these are kind of weird. Yeah, because like some of these are like DirectX 11 specific thingamajigs. Like actually, set sender name. Is that right? Wait, hold on. Sender set name. All right, I should be using a default here actually. Default. Just an empty string. Doesn't control uses a special one for this, right? I guess for any of the quotes I need to use a special whatnot. Most of these actually don't use default strings. That might be the only default string. Yeah, okay, that was the only default string. Very good, very good. But then this needs to change. I think that's how control does it. That is absolutely not how control does it. So get icon. Oh, these use string names. That's fine. I guess we'll see if it breaks. It's probably fine. Maybe. I don't really know what the difference between a string name and a string is. They sound about the same to me. That's probably fine. Sender. Sender, send texture. Some of these do need, oh, you know what? Send FBO. Oh, then also some of these need to, like send image, I should probably, I don't know, send image. Okay, send image, I need to update that. Yeah. One, they're out of order. FBO should be on top. Just so I don't get mixed up. But then texture, invert. I changed it to false. So it should not invert it for you. But actually, you know what? Let's change it to true. Why not? I'm feeling a bit spicy today. Where's texture? Texture. True. We'll move this. Image, you should try to avoid using image, although it is very reliable. It is reliable, but it is also CPU bound, which is very slow. Alright, but I'm not gonna... do I have access to GL enum? I might. I might. I don't know. What are these? Where are these even? Don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. GL. Do you think it's gonna just auto-complete it for me? It might actually. RGBA. Yeah, that's probably fine. This might break compilation on some people's computers, but whatever. This is real big boy hours now. Alright, so image does not do that. So image. Actually, doesn't Godot have built-in image thingies? Image. Image. It does, but these might not correspond. Oh, these almost certainly do not correspond to the correct image formats. Almost certainly not, no. What's just give me the regular OpenGL one. Because this is RGBA, but this is RGBA 8. Well, this says it's 5. I don't know. Maybe we can check. What are you? I don't know what this hex code is. 2 decimal, sure. 6408. Well, maybe I should just hard code it. Yeah, I should probably hard code that. Like, or at the very least, reorder these, because this could get spicy. Param order is the GL format code does not map back to the built-in Godot enum. Instead, it is a system. It is an implementation detail on Windows. Only use what? If you know what you are doing. So we'll change this here. And also change this. Oh. So image. So inverts false. Defoul. Ooh. GL. RGBA, sure. That's probably fine. Oh, and then there's no implementation. That's fantastic because the signature has changed. Send image. call it an int. I mean, that is pretty much what it is. So constant. Oh, hello, Stoneby. Hello, hello. How are you? Yes, there are a few people. Yeah, there were a few people yesterday. As it happens. But I'm doing all right. I don't know. Spent my entire day at work just completely blocked. So, you know. Because for whatever reason, one team's Kubernetes cluster took down every other container cluster. So I don't know. Well, it's not that, but they were migrating clusters. And when they were migrating clusters, they broke everything. So, you know, today was fun. Spent a lot of time just reading documentation, my favorites. All right, that should probably be fine. Yeah, how are you? How are you? Yeah, I suppose you're slightly new here, but I guess usually when I work on games, I have a few more viewers. When I work on things that are a bit drier like this stuff, I don't have that many viewers. Which is fair. I understand. But that's why you don't see... Well, unless someone's doing something like really interesting, I suppose. But, or if you already have like an audience. But I don't. I mostly just have longevity. A bit of programming, something I'll have fun writing documentation. I love writing documentation. Documentation is probably one of my most favorite things to write. If only because it's easy, and I'm pretty fast at typing, pretty good at typing. Better than your average bear, for sure. Get name, FPS, frame, SP, GLDX. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm just going through this and verifying all the parameters really quick. So like this one actually should be empty string, set receiver name, def val, just a nothing, sender, 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 set receiver name. Okay, this one needs a default as well, which is that. Where am I? If I'm new, I've only been here a month. I'm here to say hello and throw a few jokes. Heck yeah. No worries. All viewers are equally wonderful in my mind. And by that metric, also equally garbage. If everyone's equal, then there is no difference between awesome and garbage. Wouldn't you agree? Let's see. Receive, release receiver, receive image, receive texture. Why didn't I implement receive image? Yeah, I should probably implement that really quick. Ah, there's so many things to implement. One sec. Wait. No, that's correct, yes. But for receive image, this needs to give back an image. Image. Have you seen they are going to launch Last of Us for PC? Best day of the year. I will never buy a PlayStation. Well, I've got bad news for you. I have a PlayStation. I don't have a PlayStation 5. I only have a PlayStation 4. Back when they were a little bit cheaper. Pixels. So here's the format. Constant host FBO. And then the GL format needs to be last. Receive texture. Oh, it's a remake. That's something. So it's The Last of Us 1. I've never played it. Probably should one of these days, but I know exactly what the story is. We've been spoiled. Just like I've never played Undertale, but I know exactly what the entire game is about. Receive image. Oh, and then this needs to be GL RGBA. Yeah. If I always wanted to play The Last of Us. I only had the hacked Xbox. Oh baby, a hacked Xbox. Yeah, I don't know. Last of Us came out back when I was about to grad. When did The Last of Us come out? Last of Us release date. Actually, no. Oh no, this was when I was entering college or university, I should say. So 2013, yeah. So that was not my best years. I'll say. Let's say that. Not my best years. All right, let's do this really quick. So sender, we're done with that. Receiver, we do need to do this. And that is this signature. Well, not all of this one. Not including the defaults either. Because Godot will provide the defaults. University, wow, so old. Hey, I'm still in my 20s. I'm not that old, not yet. I'm still in my mid-20s. I suppose if you're still in your teens, that's pretty old, but I've got news for you. Life doesn't end after your 20s. Usually. For most people, life doesn't end after your 20s. Actually, I guess if you get a corporate job, your life does end after your 20s. And the 5 years of study was the best. I wasn't even a drunk girl student. Sounds a bit suspect. I would not put it that way. I think taking advantage of people, especially when they are not able to make a educated choice, that is extremely scummy. Should not do that. Sign car pixels. I don't know how big this is supposed to be. Can I convert this into... it's a pool byte array, and then you can cast it like that, which is just bizarre. I think I can. You can probably do this. Probably. Let me open this up. Spout GDC++. It said we will live to 120 years old. Don't worry. I'm here to prove you wrong. Speedrun. Pool byte array. There we go. There's your data. Then we'll get a pointer to it. So I want to say I'm funny even with extreme situations. Forgive my audacity. Your audacity is not forgiven, but instead ignored. We'll leave it at that. Unsigned. Actually, does this need to be an unsigned car? I think this can just be... Oh, it does need to be an unsigned car. Well, that's unfortunate. And then we are just casting it as well. Static. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing an unsigned character cast like that. I should be doing... So static cast unsigned character pointer this thing. That's probably fine. Then this one will do the same thing. Unsigned character cast data. Sorry, I'm not talking so much because I want to get this done really quick so I can get on to working on real stuff. Gotta focus. Right. Pointer. One, two. This is receive image. So we need to receive it into this buffer. This is our buffer P. Format PGL format. Invert P invert. And then there's our P host FBO. And then this doesn't. Oh, this does give us back an error code. Oh, but then I need to allocate a new image as well. Ooh. That's a little tough. Okay, so what I can do instead is we'll go to here. You can pass in a reference to an image. So ref image image. So this all these like receiving texture data CPU. Over the CPU, it's getting a little dicey. It's getting a little dicey. I don't talk much either. Translating my thoughts into English is very difficult. No, I understand. I understand. I get it. I don't take offense. You know, practice makes perfect, or probably anyways. Maybe not for English, considering how many English speakers out there don't really know how to speak English. It'll get better. We'll pick up the intricacies, the nuance, if you will. Alright, so this should be pool bytes array. Ooh, that's not how you do it. Read is equal to, so this is our data. P image get data read, and then we'll just grab the pointer from there, and then that's our character. We'll pass it into receive image, and then that should just work. And so this should actually be a void function, question mark. This one's void because you pass in an image, and then we just write directly to that image buffer, yes. So actually this should be, it's not void, it's an error. Returns an error, so then we'll do return this. If it returns true, then it was okay, so okay. Otherwise, error failed. I don't take time with you. I'm surprised you understood when you said the best time in university was not the best. This is better than Open English. Open English. Well, you know, school sucks. You know, I think partying too much during school is, I don't know, it's just kind of a waste. Like, you go to school to get a job, basically. Or at least in the US, you go to university to get a job. If you just wanted to party, there's way cheaper ways to do that. Like, you don't even need to go to a university if you want to hang out with university students. Just go go party where university students party, and that's pretty much the same vibe. There's no difference. Yeah. That should be fine, which means that we need to go down to here. Well, a few things. I need the test if those things actually work. Receive image. This takes image. This thing, receiver, receive image, not yet implemented. All right, great. All right, receiver, receive. Why does receive texture? Oh, because receive, receive texture, because we also write directly into the texture buffer. I remember. This one is image. This is some sort of image. Hehehe. No, I have to ask for a loan of $100,000 for the entire degree here in Argentina. It's free. That's why half the population is in poverty. Oof, oof, oof. Well, I mean, my loan was only... Let me see. I mean, I did get a subsidized loan. So it was about 30,000 US dollars for me, which is still like a pretty good amount of money. Don't get me wrong. So it's a pretty good amount of money. So this is... This is GL format. There we go. Let's receive image, and then receive image. So let's just type this really quickly. RGB, GL, BGRAX, GLBGRX, GLBGRAX, GLBGRX. Not RGB equivalent. Same sender size changes. Code. Is it receiver is updated? Yeah, receiver. Most I had in my hands was $300, and in checks it was $10,000. I've never had a $10,000 check before. I've actually never had more than 1,000 US dollars in cash or a check. Actually, no, that's not true. I paid rent with a check before. That was like $1,000 bucks. But yeah, in terms of cash, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I've never written my own check before. Because at least for me, and I think that surprises a lot of people. They're like, oh, like I'm a millennial, but I've never written a check before. So it's like, yeah. People are very surprised. Like, oh, like, did your parents pay for everything for you? And it's like, no, not really. It's just that everyone I've ever interacted with was like, do you want to use a check, or do you just want to like wire me the money? I'm like, yeah, I'll just wire you the money. Why not? United Sneaks, that's a pittance. Nice pun. 10 out of 10. Same sender, size changes are, I totally butchered this one, handled with must be reallocated. Yeah. Images with should be a multiple of 4. That seems like a weird implementation detail. As with code, the ID of a and the TikTok generation that hates TikTok. It means you're a Zoomer, right? The TikTok generation is just a bunch of Zoomers. I don't really use TikTok, if only because it's too addictive. I'm already addicted to Reddit. I don't need something else to distract me. There we go. And that's pretty good. So now we have receive image. Looks all right. Haven't tested it, but it probably works. It's updated, it's connected. Yeah, these all look right. Frame counting. No defaults. Frame counting, no defaults. I guess this one, wait frame sync, but I'm not implementing that because I don't know what it's supposed to do. People who use TikTok are desperate for a little attention. Yeah, or they're desperate for a little attention, or they're desperate for something to take their attention. Now TikTok, it's very good at what it is meant to do, which is like waste your time. But I think that's it's a little too much for me. I have other things I need to be doing, like you know, programming, making money, etc. All right, I think this is fine. Let's give it a compile. Oh baby. Ah, come on. What happened? Why did you do this? All right, spout 24. So we can't. Okay, so I know this worked last time. So instead of this, we can just cast it to an unsigned character. So it's basically a reinterpret cast, which is not good. Signed character pointer. So that's dangerous. That's dangerous. You're not supposed to do this, but we're doing it. It worked last time, I think, but the reason why you're not supposed to do this is because it's the potential for undefined behavior is pretty high. Constant unsigned character, and then actually we can cast this one as well. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, this one needs to be constant. Oh baby. Oh baby, a triple. Please. Ah. All right, 69, nice. What is this? Bool, whatever. Cannot convert argument 1 from constant unsigned character to... Oh, it just needs to be an unsigned character. Okay, that's fine. There was another one. 267. Undefined I. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. This should be P index. 339. Okay, hold on. Bool cannot convert argument 2 from character 256 to character pointer. Is that not how that works? Oh, okay, I see. This. Yeah, don't add the pointer. 377. No, 349. Or 341. Yeah, that's probably fine. Send me. Just compiling. Just compiling. Oh baby, you got a good feeling about this. We're linking. Let's go. Easy. He's done it. Alright, so we grab this. Apps. We'll start. Move into Puppeteer. Congratulations, I don't know what happened, but I feel that. It's mostly just like a sigh of relief that I didn't completely mess something up. So check this out. This is what my long time of typing has given me. Oh. Oh my god, I forgot a few things. So disable spout log, get auto share, set auto share, spout log error. I'm missing those apparently. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. There's a few too many spaces though for some of these. Okay, let's recompile this really quick because bad documentation always bothers me. So spout log. Some of these are just bad for whatever reason. Well, actually, keep this open. Whole Bible, yeah. I'm pretty quick on with writing. Pretty quick with writing or typing, not writing. Writing I'm pretty slow, but typing I'm very, very fast. That's the very common misunderstanding about programming is that you need to be like, I guess, really good at typing though. Like programming is not hard. Well, typing isn't hard, right? Typing isn't what makes programming hard. What makes programming hard is figuring out why your code doesn't work, which, you know, happens more often than not, especially when you're doing something weird like this. Oh, you know what? Yeah, there we go. I forgot to change this one. That explains it. Noted. Yeah, it's all logic. Typing, it's fine. You know, like what I'm doing right now, I'm not doing any typing. I'm just alt-tabbing. Like, can I touch type? Yeah. I mean, that's how I was able to do this in about, it only took me about 2 hours. I was actually typing this up before the stream as well. Disable spout log. Disable, okay, I guess that's, oh, did I not add this in? That would make sense. Disable spout log. You know what? I probably forgot. Would not be the first time. Show spout logs. Yeah, okay, yeah, I just forgot it. Luckily, this one's pretty easy. Probably. Yeah, disable log in the console and file. Let's avoid. So, where is it? Disable to the console and file. All right, and then also, it looks like for enable spout log file. Yeah, okay, so the extra spaces should be taken out. So I need these. Yeah, so every new line actually inserts a new line as well, which is interesting. It's a little annoying, but that's fine. I do the same thing. Da, da, da. Nope. All right, there we go. How do you do URLs again? I feel like I've done this before. Isn't it toml? Yeah, toml XML, right? No, maybe not. Toml parse result XML, and then I have a URL somewhere, or is that not true? Maybe not. I know there is a way to insert a URL into here. Like it uses BB code, but if it's not in any of my toml things that I wrote, then is it not? Yeah, maybe not. BB code, yeah, dude. BB code, it's a relic, but also very powerful and supported in a lot of places, which is why people still use it. But used to be like a pretty much like a forum only thing. That is like if you had like a really cool forum signature, people were like, oh, look at that, how fancy. Yeah. I know there's a way. There's a way to do it. I just don't remember how. I didn't know that fact. Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's like a lost. That's something that's lost on, I guess, newer generations, right? Is that you'll never know the satisfaction of having a really cool forum signature. And so you would even like you would commission people to make a nice looking forum signature for you. And then some people they would have like it would be animated and whatnot. Lots of people, at least on like, I don't know, I played a lot of MapleStory, so I spent a lot of time on like MapleStory forums and stuff. And so people would always have here's my guild, here are all my characters, blah blah, here's Tiger, and I guess that's Sushi. the only top 2 players I remember. How nostalgic. Oh, it was Sushi with 2 U's as well. I remember. Get auto share. DAE. Anyone played MapleStory way back in the day, pre-Big Bang? Get auto share. This is graphics compatibility. Oh, did I just not add this? Oh, I just didn't add it. Fantastic. Compatibility. Compatibility is a hard one to write. So this returns a bool. Graphics compatibility. Well, if you find it satisfactory, it must be for something, worth something. Worth something, not for something. Excuse me. You, sir, have messed up a single word, therefore I must disregard your entire sentence. What does this mean? Get auto share. Get auto. Get whether GPU, CPU, share is compatible? There's not really a great way of phrasing this. Yeah, I actually don't know how to translate this. Like, this English is kind of broken, but I also don't really know what they're trying to say. Not familiar. So we'll just copy it. God, I hate spelling compatibility. There we go. Default true. On compatibility is GLDX. Get OpenGL texture share compatibility. Yeah, that's probably fine. What else are we missing? So that's auto share. Disable spout log did that. Auto share, GLDX ready. That's pretty much it. Oh, spout log error. Yeah, fix that. Disable spout log. Okay, I think we're good. So let's recompile. I actually don't need to close it because I copied the binary anyways, but we'll do it really quickly. Did it work? I guess there wasn't really anything to recompile. I guess besides this little editor help thingy. Not so bad. There's a bunch of errors, but that's because Windows sucks and does not actually compile or outputs a compile commands.json thing. I think that's a Clang only feature, but you can't use Clang. Or I think I don't know. Maybe you can pass, like, use Clang as a sconce argument, but sconce sucks. Probably the worst part about Godot. Or the worst part about, like, advanced Godot development is that you have to use sconce. I know that there is there's a fork of Godot, Godot 4, that uses Meson. Windows sucks? Well, yeah, Windows sucks in general, yeah. Windows sucks, but it's the most compatible OS for most things. Mac OS is okay, but the fact that they kind of lock you into using certain services really sucks. Linux is okay. It's like a triangle, right? Is like pick two things. One thing is really gonna suck. So like Mac, the development environment, fantastic, love it. Stability, love it. Mac is super stable. But the fact is that you have to use Mac stuff, right? A lot of things are Mac only, which is really annoying. Also, what the heck? I shouldn't be using 345, but that's fine. Yeah, Windows, compatible with a lot of stuff, easy. You can do a lot of things, but I think there's a lot of legacy things that there's a lot of legacy things that you just have to work around. And also, Windows Update is just horrible. At least on Mac, you can just ignore it. Windows Update forces you to update. And then Linux, less compatible, less stable. But, on Linux, they just give you the gun and like, yeah, just go wild. Go nuts, do your own thing, we don't care. Talking about Godot 3D. Godot 3D isn't too bad, especially if you, I guess, make all your own models. Like, if you optimize your models, Godot is fine. I think the problem is that a lot of people don't know how to optimize models. Like, I'm also one of those people. But I know people who know to optimize models. Right? So if you have, like, if you're playing a game, you generally only want to, you want to optimize your 3D models so you don't have, like, interfacing meshes or basically meshes that you can't see. You don't want to have too many materials on your meshes because Godot doesn't play nice with having too many materials. Oh, look at this. It's pretty good. I guess besides the one property. How do you add a description to a property? Yeah, what the heck? Oh, it's in members. Fantastic. All right, we'll recompile one more time. That's fine. What is this? Send size. Type. Setter. Set send size. Getter. Get send size. Mac, you can't play games, I guess, but developing is good. Yeah, well, that's fine. I don't really care about playing games on Mac. I don't really play that many PC games, but you know what is a good game? I saw people playing it. 20 minutes till dawn. I'm not sponsored, by the way, but that is a very good game. It is very good. But this is made with Unity, which is fine. Unity, good engine. But I don't like that it's open. It's not open source. It's completely closed. License is restrictive. Shady business practices. And I just don't like the workflow of Unity. But this game is pretty good. It is kind of a solved game, though. Well, once you figure out the optimal strategy, there's no reason to do anything else. So you think that if I do a good optimization, good things can come out in Godot, even with many elements? Yeah, of course. Or it's like saying, it's like the opposite is also true, right? So if you were to use Unreal, but like just shovel a bunch of garbage into it, guess what? Garbage is going to come out. You know, if you pass in good things will come out. Only a bad craftsman blames their tools, right? The mark of someone who's good at whatever they do is, you know, what they produce. If you're good at what you do, it doesn't matter what you use. You'll make good stuff anyways, right? It's like the same thing that you see on YouTube. It's like, oh, you know, they clickbait. Like, I click on the clickbait stuff as well, but it's like, oh, the difference between like a $20 guitar and a, you know, $4,000 guitar. It's in the right hands of someone who knows what they're doing. The difference is extremely subtle, right? Size to use when sending over spouts. All right, let's recompile one more time. That's fine. Well, that game looks interesting, I guess. What game? Oh, the game I showed here. The game I literally just showed. This one. This one's fun, and it's pretty cheap. I think this one is only, it's like $3, $4, $3-4. I don't know. I bought it. How much is it? $3. It's $3. It's basically like if you've ever played Vampire Survivors but thought that Vampire Survivors was kind of boring, this game was a lot better. From like Yandere Dev. Yandere Dev. It's just they're just a lesson in pride. You should not let success go to your head, but that's exactly what they did. Which, you know, I suppose it's warranted, right? I mean, they were able to basically asset flip their way into stardom, into being popular, and you know, I think I would rather be popular than be good. I think if I could be popular and be good at what I do, that'd be optimal. But you know, you can learn how to be good at something, but you cannot learn how to be popular at something. Popularity or fame, you know, that's an opportunity that you need to take. It's one of those things where you cannot just work harder and hope that you get popular. Really? Did that not compile right? Hey. Or actually, did I do this wrong? Hey. Or did I not save it? Name, send, size. Eh? Property. Eh? Does Tommel show up the same way? So there's Tommel. Tommel. No. Yeah, Tommel shows up correctly. Tommel's the other one that I wrote. This one doesn't have. Oh, you know what? I know why. I'm dumb. I didn't copy it over. Move me over. You're in the right hands. My hands can destroy good songs. Maybe. I mean, I'm a more or less classically trained violinist. That was okay. Wasn't the best, but was able to feel my way into being concertmaster of the lower orchestra at the very least. Once I was in the higher orchestra, I was the best I ever got was 6 chair. 6 chair first violin, but 6 chair nevertheless. So, and also that was in high school, so I suppose that doesn't matter. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Guess that's one way looking at, but I still love Yandere Simulator despite all its flaws. Yeah, isn't there someone else that was doing their own? There was like, after all the big exposés. Oh, thank you for redeeming a hydrate. All the big exposés, the big YouTube videos about how bad Yandere Simulator was. There was another project that started up that was supposed to be a lot better, right? Ugh. I choked. I'm pretty much done with my water now. There we go. Thank you for redeeming a hydrate. Remember to drink water. Water, very good for you. Also helps prevent kidney stones. I've never had a kidney stone, but I hear that they are just absolutely horrible. So I'm doing my best to avoid that. Never in an orchestra. The only thing we did was put on stupid, crappy costumes and dance reggae. Lose neurons. Receiver is updated. Some of these are still kind of wrong. Or actually, is it placing the spaces? Oh, get spout logs is also borked, apparently. Get spout logs. Hold on, we'll do this one more time. Why isn't this working? Get spout log. Oh, it's get spout logs. Then I also need to take out the spout logs. Yeah, there's like a weird space in between. Receiver is updated. Receiver is. Eh? Have I been spelling it wrong? Ooh. Oh, it's looking for this is updated. Where is it? Oh, this one has just a random space in it. That's a random space. This one appears to have more space than it should have. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just weird. No, see this one, spout log. Spout log, spout log, spout log. All right, there we go. I bought a couple of got to weather school. That's not a funny joke. Don't joke about that. I suppose you probably can because you probably don't have that many mass shootings in Argentina, I suppose. So don't drink too much alcohol. No, I've only had one drink so far. It's only once you hit I think once you pass 4 drinks. Or actually once you pass 2 drinks, that's when you need to make a choice, like how drunk are we getting? And then once you pass 6 drinks, you're like, I guess we're going to get drunk tonight, huh? Receiver is updated. Did I yeah, I did that. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll hit it with one last really quick recompile. Then I'll push my code, and it'll be sick. It'll be super dope. All right, spout. I guess I'll need to copy this over eventually, but I don't want to do it right now while it's compiling. Yeah, actually, talking about mass shootings in the US, I did see on the news that today there was another mass shooting. So that's fun. but it was out in the countryside, which is actually where I would expect to see more mass shootings. But, you know, so it goes. Are those jokes where you guys make songs that Pumped Up Kicks? Pumped Up Kicks, that's an old song. That's a very old song. All the other kids at that Pumped Up Kicks, you better run. I'll run, my God. All the other kids Pumped Up Kicks, you better run. Faster than my bullet. Man, that is a really old song, actually. That came out when I was in middle school. So that's like when I was like 13. When I was 13, yeah, when I was about 13 years old. It's a classic. Yeah, I mean the song isn't glorifying shootings, by the way. Yeah, don't get the wrong idea. That's not what's happening. It is a good song, though. Alright, drop me here. I think that's all I need. So we can close this. Should be fine. Go here. Copy. Paste. Grab the name. Kill it. Bring it back. Paste. That should be okay. So then when we go look at the doc class again, it should look a lot better. There we go. It looks pretty good. No weird spacing issues. Yeah. In fact, it impresses me it's incredibly easy to get weapons, but it maintains stable order for you. Here in Latin America, it would be the apocalypse. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose it's just people are more used to being around people with guns in the US. I think whenever I see somebody like open carrying them, like, well, I don't know. It's like I live in a big city, so there's not actually all that much open carry, at least where I live, because I live in kind of the college part of the city, even though I didn't go to the college here or the university here, whatever. But on the south side, that's when you know. It's like people when they, as they say, gangster walk. You can probably guess that they're not actually like, you walk like that so that your gun doesn't fall out of your pants. Or at least you're fronting that you are probably packing some heat. Yeah. Okay, so let's copy all this over. I've already copied all this over. So let's go to here. Get status. Example main. Nope. Don't need to do any of this stuff, but we'll get add modules. And then get, yeah, actually, I think that's fine. Get status, get commit. Add most of the relevant functions. Add docs. Push. All right, yeah, there we go. So if you want to see whatever the heck I was just working on, there's Spout GD. I just pushed the most recent build. Look at that. It's beautiful. I suppose the README still needs to be updated. Yeah, you know what? Let's update the README right now. That's not hard. And actually, while we're at it, I can drop my own Discord link into there as well. So VPupper, which is the project that I'm currently working on. I'm writing all of this stuff explicitly for VPupper, the main project. Hold on. So this stuff should just be spouts. This one should be spouts set size. So hold on, let's try to guess. Sender, set sender size? Is that what I called it? Set sender size? There's a lot of functions. Send size. Send size is equal to vector to image. No, that's probably fine. And then spout sender send image. Sender 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 send image, and then you don't need to do anything else. Okay. So this beauty, it seems to be well structured. Well, 4 programming languages for this masterpiece. Well, XML is not a programming language, but I do appreciate your consideration. Actually, yeah, most of these aren't actually. There's only, well, I suppose I didn't write any of the C stuff. And actually, it's only picking up the header file, which is wrong. It is a C-style header. I suppose there is a demo, but I haven't updated it. The Python stuff, haven't updated it in a while. But the C++ stuff is the hard part. The C++ stuff is the hard part. So get viewport. Spout. Send size is equal to vector, or just viewport size. Oh, don't save this. We do need to do texture get FBO, blah, blah, blah. I think this is fine. Then this is sender, send, FBO. I think that's okay. Yeah. C++ is always leading. Well, C++, I would prefer if I didn't have to write C++, but, you know, so it goes. So it goes. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, send me. Look at that, it's beautiful. Oh, and then I think you can actually get code formatting if you do GD scripts. I forgot that this is the thing. Yeah, look at that. And then I'll pull this down to my local, get status, get pull, get status, get rebase. I had to get restore example, rebase me, fix up, get push force. Yeah, there we go. So now we have successfully cleaned up my commit history. It looks pretty good as well, I think. I'm thinking, have you ever seen those YouTube videos of clothing mods of female characters like Resident Evil 2, The Last of Us in PC? Oh no, Ellie is a child, so you should not do that. Isn't, yeah, she's a kid in Last of Us 1, and then in Last of Us 2, she's like an adult or something. But, you know, that's just how the internet works. Internet's super horny for whatever reason. Rule 34. Ooh. I'm glad you feel comfortable enough to talk about your fetishes in this chat. All right, yeah, that's pretty much it. So then here, landing screen, we don't need that. Default runner, I do need the check. We can run this and then just see if it works. It's not, it does not work. I'm very sad. Release sender Godot spouts. Okay. Oh, and it did not release the DirectX 11 device. Fantastic. Look at that. I wonder if I'm able to specify, like, don't use DirectX 11. Ducky, yeah. You know, raise your hand in chat if you're jerking it right now. Raise his hand. So shared texture, sender, send texture. So the shared texture ID should go first, and that's the shared texture ID. Actually, is that true? No, it should be the other way around. Did I not switch that around? I thought I switched that around. So when you send the texture, yeah. So it should be good to, oh my god, last one. I forgot to switch these. Well, no, that is right. Eh? Oh, it's because in this here, I forgot to switch this. So this should be Godot and then shared. Because we send the Godot texture into the shared texture. Yes. And then all this image stuff. No, all the image stuff is fine. All right, recompile me really quick. And I'll need to grab these. There's a lot of things to fix. Give that a save. We'll push this. Git status. Git add modules. Git commit. Fix func hinting. All right. Are we done compiling? We are done compiling. So I'll close this really quickly. Then we'll figure out the texture thing. Okay, Puppet's here. It doesn't really make a difference because the result is the same. But then here in default runner, it should be Godot texture to the shared texture. Like that. But then you don't see anything at all. But then you don't see anything at all. Or I wonder, is it using DirectX? Is that why? Oh my god, please don't be using DirectX. Oh no. I think it might be using DirectX. Is there a way for me to force it? Yeah. I think I see. Yeah. Device closed. So when you do it like that, it's wrong. But when you do it in the other direction, it's correct. So I think, let me see. There is a way to do it, right? So you can select which user registry. No. What is it? It's graphics adapters. Yeah. So let's see. Spout. Oh, I didn't implement everything that I needed to implement, but we can do for I in spout get num adapters. Then we'll do spout. Well, we'll print spout get adapter name, then I, something like that. Maybe that'll work, or maybe it's gonna crash. Ducky Ducky Literature Club. What a great game. Okay, so I have two graphics adapters. There's NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080. Oh baby, I have a 3080. Not to brag or anything. Let me see. But I remember with the first time I played Doki Doki Literature Club, it was actually one of my roommates at the time. He was like, "Hey, Tim, are you into anime?" And I was like, "I'm not really. Like, I guess I watch some anime sometimes, but I'm not like out here trying to play like an anime game if that's what you're trying to pitch me on." He's like, "No, but you gotta play it." I was like, all right. It was pretty good. It was pretty good, I guess. It was pretty good. It got me. All right, so we're using the 3080, by the way. Okay, but then I don't need to set any adapter stuff then. Like, we have everything we need. All right, you know what? Run me here. We'll just do it in debug. So we can grab the console. We can grab the console stuff here just by using the debug console. NVIDIA car, how? Okay, NVIDIA. It's true. True, that's true. Get tree. Get children. So we have AM. So let's store var runner get node default runner. I think that's fine. Nah. I see. Well, that's fine. That'll probably still work. There we go. There's your runner, so then we can return runner. It'll give us back the node. It was a very strange noise I made. Return runner, get children. Okay. Well, actually, because it's the runner, we can just grab the store var spout runner spout. Yeah, spout. There we go. There's our object. You honestly get bored by the first 2 hours of chatting in the game, like now with me? Well, not really. Can't get bored of anything if you were never interested in the first place. I don't know. I mean, I just kind of talk, right? It doesn't really matter to me. It's all the same. I'm out here. Like, I stream to, I guess, force myself to focus. Force myself to work on stuff. I guess the chat is just kind of a nice bonus. Like, I naturally kind of talk my way through a problem, which is something that more people should learn how to do, honestly. But it's called rubber ducking a solution, or rubber ducking a problem, where you talk it out. Return spout get auto share. True, sure. Is GLDX ready? Sure. Okay. Well, that's not super helpful. I think I can do return spout get senders. Okay. That's interesting. I have a null. No, that's fine. No errors. Well, it seems to work. You always make progress. Of course. I think unlike a lot of, like, I don't know, I've had this criticism raised in chat before. It's like, why are, you don't seem to make all that much progress. You just seem to be talking mostly. And it's like, but have you seen me, like, compared to other streamers? Like, other streamers, they, like, when they stream, all they do is just talk to chat, and then they, you know, they don't do anything else. And then, like, off stream, then they actually work on their game. I'm not like other streamers. Get senders. That's weird though. That should have worked. So I guess that's still a bug. Get senders. Did I not allocate it? You shouldn't need to though. Yeah. Get sender count. Return spout. Get sender count. No. Really? Get sender counts? That's an integer. Yeah. What? What? Spout. Show. Spout logs. Oh, hello, Bumsy. Hello, hello. Hello. No logs, which makes sense. That's weird, though. I try to distract you, but I can't. Better try harder. I mean, this is basically my job, right? Like programming and talking. I talk my way through a thing. In front of a client, so that it generally does help me to, you know, not freak out. I'm able to split my focus pretty well, I think. Spout, get active sender. Null. Why are these all returning null? Do I not have an active sender? And why are there nothing? There's nothing coming up in the logs either. So if I were to do like print, yeah, just adds absolutely nothing to the log. Figured out the FBO? Not yet, but what I did do is I exposed the entire API surface to Godot. Look, it's beautiful. And then look at this. I even spent time writing the entire, translating the entire documentation to something that is more grammatically correct. Not the entire thing, but most things. I think there's still a few bugs, especially for like sending and receiving textures, which is the, you know, the important parts. But pretty much everything is here, yeah. And everything is documented as well, which is nice. I get the only kind of weird thing is that I needed to prefix most of the receiver and sender functions, because some of these actually shadow built-in Godot functions, which is unfortunate. Yeah, good work. Oh, thank you. That's all I was in it for. Now I can stop the stream. Now that I've been praised. But I'm wondering why I'm not getting everything I need to get. Because I should also be sending spout stuff to OBS right now, but it's not currently capturing. Spout senders. Like I don't have any senders registered, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I don't have any senders defaults. No. So that's why I'm currently in the REPL, just trying to poke. I'm trying to poke Spout and see if I can get anything. Like we can do like Spout is frame count enabled. True, we are counting frames. I can make it bigger like that. How does this work over sockets? I actually don't know how it works. I think how it works is that they just maybe it does work over sockets. I don't know. Or maybe what it does is it just looks for OpenGL contexts. Maybe. Sender get CPU. Yeah, see, that's kind of weird as well. So I should have gotten something from get CPU, but maybe I'm actually missing a few things, huh? Yeah. Oh, actually, this prints false. Okay, maybe some things like you're just not able to print. So that printed false. Well, maybe. I don't know. If spout sender, I feel like I'm going crazy. If spout sender gets CPU, print true. Else print false. False. All right, so if I change this to false, is it going to give me true, or is it equal to null? Oh no, okay, that's weird. So you're just not able to, what? So return, this should have given me false and then I should have printed it out, but maybe not. I say goodbye. Ora, it's the hour of sleeping. Good night. I don't know how to say good night in Spanish. Like, isn't buenas noches is like good evening, or is that good night? But isn't that more of a greeting? Whereas if you say good night in English, it's more of a goodbye. Dormir. Yeah, dormir is sleep. Dormir is sleep. I know things. Okay. So I don't have any receivers set up, which is fine. It's weird though. Okay, actually, let's maybe I should just be printing more. So print spout. What is it called? Get shared texture ID. Get shared texture ID 0. Okay, so the shared texture is still 0. So what if I force it then? So we can spout bind texture, maybe. Where is it? Bind shared texture. Spout telling me anything, or is logging still ultra broken? So I know I do have a handle on spouts. Maybe what I can do, or is there a way for me to set the receiver? That's send. Okay, set sender name, but that doesn't matter. Release sender. Close receiver and releases resources. A new sender is created by all sending functions. I guess we'll try. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. So spout release sender. Oh, it's sender release sender. Sorry. Spout sender release sender, and then we can do spout sender set sender name hello. Hit me with a print spout sender get name. What did we print? Okay. So we release the sender, and then that's our name, hello, which makes sense, but I'm still not able to, maybe I can try rebinding again, bind shared texture. Or do we even have a shared texture ID? No, it's still 0. Yeah, it's still 0, and then even if we try to bind a new one. We're crashing. I'm pretty sure we're crashing. Yep. That's good. Oh, it's because of this. Haha. God, I hate that about CMD. Whenever you click in CMD, it pauses execution. Another reason why CMD is garbage. So the shared texture is... There's no shared texture, but sometimes there is a shared texture. That's something I don't quite understand. I think I'm doing this wrong for some reason. Ooh. Program crashed. Oh, I see. That's a bug. I see. I think. Maybe. So in my REPL, I think what's happening in my REPL is that when you close, well, no, you should be able to do this, right? So I go into here, open up the REPL. They can close it. Yeah, I guess it's something that has to do with, I don't know. I don't know, because I was able to close it that time, but here, remove from group. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know. Because I should be handling, I thought I handled it properly in the REPL. So if it detects that you are running this as a debug console, it will not, you know, it will not try to delete the scene tree. But it looks like in that instance, it did try to delete the scene tree, which is very strange. Anyways, if we go back to here, default runner, and we switch this around, so send texture. I haven't changed anything regarding FBO stuff, so I would not expect that to be fixed. But if we do it this way, you know, wait, hold on, no? Huh? Ooh. Oh, sorry. You need to be on this one if you want to see anything. Yeah, so now you get that. We go to our debug console, and then we do, I need a way to like preload it into the scene, but that's fine. So we'll do store var spouts is equal to get tree root get node default runner spout. I think that's right. No, that's not right. This is right. So now we have spout, and then we can try printing out or returning even like spout get shared texture ID. Yeah, see, now I have a shared texture ID, but now it's not even, it's not displaying anything. So I think I'm doing it in the wrong order. I wonder if I just remove this. Yeah, see? Maybe I need to clean up the stored variables first. Because if you do it in the other direction, maybe it just crashes. That's very strange, though. That's very strange. That's very strange. Am I doing this backwards then? So send texture. Godot texture. I send texture. The texture target. Yeah. Isn't this what I was doing before? Or maybe I should be doing it in this order. So we send our texture ID, Godot texture ID to the target, which is the shared texture. Maybe sometimes maybe I was just doing it wrong and I'm just a big dummy. Yeah, I don't know. And actually, I don't need to cast these at all either. I think they should just get automatically cast, but I probably should be casting like this. You know what? Let's try. I don't know. I don't expect this to make any difference at all, but it makes me feel a little better knowing that things are slightly more correct. It's possible that the texture is blank, so it shows as black. Nope, it's not possible. I can guarantee that at the very least. I can guarantee that it's not that at the very least. Because I'm able to take a screenshot of the texture. So I know the texture is correct. All right, did we finish compiling? We did finish compiling, so we close this. Go to apps, grab this. All right, send me one more time. And then we need to switch it back around. Default runner. All right, yeah. So this way we get all of this stuff. It should not be using, it's using DirectX. I think. It's using DirectX. How do I force it to use? I think that's why it's not working. It's because it's trying to convert it to DirectX. At least I think that's it. I don't know. Or maybe you have to use DirectX on Windows. Does it have settings? I'm not sure. Like I'm looking at it here. Like this is the API surface I have access to, right? So I don't know. I mean that's all I have. Let me see. Store var spout. This is get tree roots, get node default runner spout. Then return spout. What did I call it? Get sender. Get GLDX. True. Yeah, that's true. So true. Huh. Well, why is this not happening then? I don't. Get handle is not implemented because that's just a void pointer. But I think I'm pretty sure it's just like a. It's just the window handle. So if I actually implemented get handle and then compared it with Godot's built-in get window handle, I think they would be the same thing. It's hard to say. Is there anything I can do here? Like I can guarantee at the very least that if we do spout get shared texture ID, yeah, 189. So there is a shared texture ID. I guess I can check here. Let me try this. Nope. Have you read the sender part? I have read the sender part. So I know I don't need to send. I don't need to actually send. Well, maybe. You know what? It's possible. It's possible. Spout send size is equal to get tree root get node default runner model viewport size. I mean, it does say that it's compatible. I just checked that. Or at least it was telling me that I thought it was compatible. But maybe the size is not correct. So if I print out spout send size, printed somewhere. Yeah, that's the... Wait, hold on. What is my window size? That might not be correct. Oh. That's wrong. This should be 16 by 9. Size should be power of 2. Well, I mean, no. Where does it say that it needs to be a power of 2? I know there was somewhere that says something needs to be a power of 4. Oh, it's when we're receiving, but when you're receiving, it needs to be a power of 4. But then that's not my problem. It's general for a GPU to work. I don't. I think Spout takes care of that. There's only one place where it specifies that something needs to be a multiple of 4. Textures must always be powers of 2. Wow. Is that true? So if I were to do send size is equal to a vector 2, what is that, 16 by 900? Oh, you see that? It actually changed it here. I mean, it's still a black square. But then if I send it like this, it'll resize itself. See that? That's kind of cool. Look at that. But something's wrong here. So I never need to manually pass in the width or height because I implicitly do that. I don't know why I'm implicitly doing it, but I don't know. Oh, it's probably because I need to send in a host FBO. It's probably because I need to send in the host FBO. Okay, let's do that. Width and height I don't need to provide. Inverts, I guess why not? And then host FBO. So I can grab this using visual server texture get FBO, which is my custom thing. Then from that we do visual server viewport gets texture, which gives you an RID. Actually, can't I do, if I do model viewport get texture RID, okay, yeah, that's actually way simpler. Why didn't I not think of that before? Get texture get RID, so that should be more correct. Maybe. Send me. Ooh, hard crash. I'm thinking. That doesn't quite make sense. Texture get FBO 1378 in OpenGL. Rasterizer storage GLES3. Rasterizer storage GLES3 at 1378, which is this one. Is it because it's not a, or does it not have an FBO, or was it like a cast error? Maybe I shouldn't be doing a blind thing. Oh, you know what? It doesn't have an FBO. Because it's not bound. I need to bind it to like another viewport that might not be viewable, question mark. Yeah, okay. I think here's an idea. It's kind of weird though. If I do it like this, I think I know why. It's because when you call get texture like this, this texture is maybe not. Hold on, I'm talking out of my butt here. But what does get texture give you? Get texture returns the default texture, which might not be correct. Huh. But why does that, see, this results in a hard crash. Yeah. Texture get FBO. And it appears it runs through this twice. I'm probably starting to leak a lot of memory as well. So let's just give it a good old restart, just in case it crashes my entire computer. Because that's happened before. Texture bind. I don't need to bind anything. I don't really know what this is doing though. Texture bind. What does the visual server do with that? Texture bind. Texture bind. Texture bind. Texture. There's no texture bind. Okay. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Texture get data, but I don't need to get data. It's actually absolutely not what you want to do. Texture get path, texture get height. Fail condition, blah, blah. Bind texture, target to the texture ID. I suppose it's possible it's not actually bound to the target. But what is the target? Target. All right, yeah, it's some sort of target, sure. Actually, are these all bound to the same target and that's why it's kind of freaking out? I don't know, I'm just guessing. I'm so close though. I'm so close. I know it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Give me this again. Give me this and we'll just pass in that here. And then this will be very similar. Viewport, not viewport. It'll be model viewport. And then this is texture get text ID. Will you target that texture to viewport, then use its FBO? Well, see this text, it's already tagged to the correct thing. See this one, it's just showing me something that's completely black, but I'm also not getting any debug information here either. You know what? Close me. I actually, I should not be closing it like that. I'm pretty sure what's happening is that it's starting to leak memory. But I'll keep this over here and we can just look at it. What happens? So when we jump into here, okay, cool. Notice 2007. Compatible, create interop, create shader. There's a handle. So does it still say it's using DirectX? Yeah, it's still using DirectX apparently. Yeah, because it's using a shared DirectX 11 texture, but I don't know if there's a better way of doing that. Oh, and then also it's leaking as well. Release DirectX 11 device, but I don't think I have a way of releasing that. I need to figure out a way to force it to use just OpenGL. But I don't see anything here that says like force. Right? Unless it's like user registry settings, I'm pretty sure that's not it. OpenGL stuff, that's fine. I suppose there's like the DirectX 11 utilities, but that's just like, you know, initialize and prepare DirectX 11, and then I can get the these are both void pointers, so you never want to work with those. Copy texture, maybe? No, that's not it. The adapters is not relevant. I've already checked the adapters. The adapters just show like, you know, there's like Windows software drawing, I forget what it was called, and then there was NVIDIA graphics. So, and I'm using NVIDIA graphics. Which API are you using? Send texture. I am using send texture because if I use the other one, send FBO, it doesn't work quite as well. So send FBO. Expected at most 1. Yeah, that's true. So true. Something like that. So if we just stare at this, keep it over here. We can stare at it. Which is not right, because you can still see the entire thing, which is not what you want. It's not what you want. I don't want to be able to see the UI. And then also the ref counts for it is still 1. So it doesn't actually release the DirectX 11 device properly. Even though it does say that it's releasing the texture. It's a bit weird. Is there anything else? So all the sender stuff. I don't need to release a sender. Doing that doesn't really do anything. All it does is just kind of confuse OBS. Set frame count, disable frame count. No, that doesn't matter. Data sharing, I actually have not tried that, but I'm not sure how OBS would even handle that. Registry utilities, I did not implement because there's no reason to do that. And that seems like unreasonably dangerous. Sender. Yeah, the sender stuff is correct as well. I've already checked that, and there's no reason for me to set an active sender, because you only need to set an active sender when you're receiving data. Otherwise, you would just use all the sender functions. Have you tried send image? I have tried send image. Send image is CPU bound though, so it's very, very slow. I've tried this before. Spout, send sender, send image. So we would do model viewport get texture get data. Or actually, hold on. How did I do this? So it's image. I need to create an image and then load the data from the texture into the image. Or actually, get texture, that gives you a viewport texture. That's a texture. Get data, which gives, yeah, get data gives you an image. That's fine. And then invert false. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can try to send it and then demonstrate that it works at the very least. Yeah, I mean, more or less. I'm pretty sure the size is wrong. Yeah, I think the size is wrong. I'm not sure what's... That happens sometimes. I don't really know why. Format is wrong? Yeah, possibly. Probably, actually. Let me see. Var image is equal to whatever the heck this is. Then image Format, set format. How do you set the format for the image? Is there a way to do that? Image. Convert. Yeah, so convert to RGBA. Image convert RGB. That's BP. What's RGB 8? That's probably fine. Still works fast. Yeah, it's fast, but it's not GPU accelerated fast, right? Which is the entire point. So we do this. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure this is entirely CPU bound, but you can see, like, this is exactly what you want. Actually, I should be flipping the image, by the way. Or actually, I can specify that here, and then this will be GPU accelerated as well. So maybe that's okay. CPU sometimes better because people play games on GPU? Maybe. I think if you were to check this out, though, in a task manager, you can see that this is now using a ton of CPU time. Oh, and OBS is sometimes using like way too much GPU. Look at that. Sometimes it just spikes. But that might not be my problem. While CPU is, yeah, maybe. Actually, look at that. So this is GPU copy somewhere. Sometimes it's just copying, yeah. Look at that. So okay, let's take a look. So we're currently at 22%. This is using 9% of my CPU. And remember that I have a really beefy CPU. We close this. Look at that. That spikes my CPU usage up 20%. That's fantastic. I love it. So then if we compare against just sending the FBO, look at this. So right now it's not too bad. My CPU usage when it's doing absolutely nothing has increased by 2 to 4%. And then we start sending, right? And we're still at very, very low CPU usage, right? That's the entire point. That's the entire point. That's what we want to do. Right, and my GPU usage actually hasn't really gone up either. GPU rises up. I'm at 23, 24. Close it. 23, 100, 16, 23, 13, 18, 27, 15, 13, 16, 15, 13. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit. I guess I can make it an option. I guess I can make it an option, but the sending the FBO. I need to figure out send texture. That's the most important part. I need to figure out send texture. I need to figure out send texture. There's something I'm missing with send texture. Send FBO, I'm losing hope for ever figuring that out properly. It's also possible that this is just sending in the, I don't know. I feel like I need to ask somebody, like, how do I get the very, very specific viewport FBO? You figure out why it's falling back to DirectX. Oh, I don't think it's falling back to DirectX. I think that's, I might have misspoken. It's not falling back to DirectX. It's just checking to see if it can push to DirectX, which is slightly better performance. Yeah, because it is creating the interop, right? If you see here in the logs, so GL to DirectX interop extensions available, and then yeah. So it says it's available, and then I guess it's cleaning up the interop. Maybe it is an OpenGL kind of thing. Perform a compatibility. Is there a way for me to force it then? I don't think there is a way for me to force it. So if you see here that this is just yeah, that's it. Are there gentlemen but not gentlewomen? Well, you say gentleman, but you say, I guess the rough equivalent would be like lady. Or ma'am, or Mrs. Maybe Mrs. is more of like just a southern, a Southeast American thing, a Mrs. No, Mrs. is not a South, no, you say ma'am. As Mrs. is more of a northern thing, huh? It shouldn't touch DirectX API unless it falls back. Where does it say that it shouldn't touch it unless it falls back? Is it this one? It says create interop. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you might be right. Have I just been... I've just been ignoring it for some reason. Not compatible, create a DirectX shared texture for the sender. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it is creating a DirectX shared texture. That's right. Yeah. But it's saying that it is compatible though. So even if I do it here, so I don't even need to mess with the, I don't even need to mess with any of this REPL stuff. And then it is also giving me a shared texture ID, by the way. But information, graphics compatibility. Is GLDX ready? GLDX ready, I suppose. And it says it's true. Maybe the Mrs. Which is weird looking. Phases texture might not be. Who made the background of your stream? I made the background. That's why it looks so amateur. Because I just kind of drew it in paints. Not paints, I drew it in pixel edits. Very artistic, thank you. FVO handles textures as it's GPU ready. This is true. But I am sending my FBO. So when I do it like this, send texture, I am sending my FBO, but it might be the wrong FBO. But I don't have, if I leave it out, then it's just wrong. So. Yeah, then it just shows a black texture, which you don't want. But there's no way how... Actually, I haven't tried it with just the regular viewport, but I'm pretty sure it'll be the same thing. But I'm kind of wondering. Yeah, okay, that's good. At least it's consistent. So image, when it sends me the image, that's correct. But I want to avoid doing that because that's CPU. That's CPU bound. I can't send a texture for some reason because all it does is give me garbage. And then image, I can get the RID. That's not really what I want. I think. Where's my RID? Get RID. No RID. Actually, do image textures have RIDs? No, maybe. Viewport texture? What if you don't send me? I have been sending the sub viewports. I have been sending it the entire time. I tried it the one time and it gave me the same result though. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. I just sound confused because I'm doing things no one else has ever done before. Which is like, it sounds like a boast, but I'm not bragging. That's just a fact. No one has done this in Godot before. I guess besides the developers, but even the developers haven't worked with Spout, as far as I'm aware. Like I'm able to grab the image from the sub viewports, but that's not what you want. And then if I send in, like if I were to do this, like this will crash almost 100% of the time. So model, viewports, get texture, get RID. I don't want to send in the RID, so we'll do visual server, texture, get text ID, like that. I'm pretty sure this will break because it's not bound. It actually, I'm pretty sure what this does is it allocates a new texture for it, or yeah, it allocates a new buffer for it. Also, what is the performance like? Yeah, performance is still very low, but that's because it's not sending anything. So actually, this FBO thing I cannot. Yeah, the FBO I can't get rid of, right? I need the FBO. Maybe it's like the texture ID. Maybe the texture ID is just wrong. Or maybe, am I just sending it incorrectly as well? That's, can't discount just, you know, developer error. This is viewport, we don't care about viewport. Send texture. So this is how I'm implementing it. It looks really ugly, by the way, but ooh, what are you working on? So I am working on a VTuber renderer. Thank you very much for the follow, by the way. Check this out. So if you, I guess I can show off what I've been working on. So I did patch Godot to add spout support. So right now it's kind of ugly, but look at this. Most of the API surface of Spout 2 has been implemented. So it allows me to do this. So this is CPU bound. So it's very slow, but it will work. Look at this. What is Spout? So check this out, right? You might notice that in my OBS scene, there is no UI visible, but here in Godot, there is a UI. Oh, how cool. Look at that. So you're able to, you know, manipulate your model like that, like this. But presumably it would be like off stream. So if I were to move this like, just move it off. Move it off like that, then you can do that, or it doesn't even matter, right? Yeah, actually, no, yeah, usually you would have this off screen and you would like mess with your model. Yeah, you can hear my CPU really spin up. Yeah, so you can mess with your model normally. Otherwise, usually it would be like this, right? So if I want to manipulate my model, I would need to bring up the UI, and then you would be able to see the UI on stream. Yeah, but whatever I've been working on is pretty open source. You just need to recompile Godot yourself. I don't provide that. But all right, I'm gonna turn this off. I can feel my mouse starting to lag as well. Could have just networked it. Yeah, I mean that is also that's something I've also implemented, or it used to be implemented as well. So you can see remote control. I had code set up to handle it, but I've recently rewritten the entire application. So you can see here, app settings, there is a remote control setting. possible. But you know, some people don't like to have too many apps, right? So, because then it also requires me to provide, you know, a remote control application that pretty much does the exact same thing. And then you would need to have, I don't know, maybe another computer on the same network. Maybe I would need to provide like a web UI, whatever. Anyways, close this. Been working on a state synchronization add-on for Godot. What does that mean? What does that mean? I've worked on this thing. So look at this. I wrote a REPL for Godot that also works as a editor plugin. So that can be kind of cool. Look at this. There's a debug console. You can look at your scene tree, but as soon as you look at your scene tree, it tends to, well, actually, as soon as you use the REPL at all, it tends to crash. Look, this is your entire scene tree just right here. And this works in export builds as well. So it smartly synchronizes all clients to the state of the server. Oh, it's like a, okay, over the network. Okay, I was thinking more of like a finite state machine, but that's also pretty cool. But yeah, well, you can do stuff like this. So store var spout. I've already shown this off ad nauseum, but I am pretty proud about how it works. Although sometimes it does crash. Get node. You don't get any code completion, although it shouldn't be too hard. The scene tree is right here though, so it's not too hard to figure out. Default runner spout should work, and then we can query the states of spout. So we can do return spout. I don't know. What are the other spout things? I dragged the window over somewhere here. Is it like get sender, receiver, or sender get name? Sender get sender name. I think it was this one. Yeah, Godot spout. Look at that. Yeah, close this. Close this. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Yeah. You can choose what state gets sent to the client based on proximity or priority. Okay, so it's kind of like how like MMOs do it, right? So you usually want to synchronize things closer to the player or closer to your clients. But the farther away like other people are, you don't want to synchronize them as often. Is that kind of what you're doing? Yeah. The debug console, by the way, is also available on my GitHub. Check that out. What do you think about esoteric programming languages? I mean, they're cool, right? Like, I've written my own programming language as well. Also in Godot. So, it's not too bad. I get it. Where's my REPL? REPL GD? Yeah. There we go. I guess if you want to grab the REPL, there we go. Yeah, there's a list. I mean, everything is just on my GitHub, right? Everything is free and open source. Look at that. But yeah, esoteric programming languages, they're all right. Like things like brain frick, it's okay. I mean, I get it. You know, if you're into code golf, it could be really interesting, but I have other things to do with my time. So it's like a nice learning experience, but it's also time that could be better spent, you know, getting better at writing C++, for example. I still think it must be something here, right? So we're to break it up. Like all of this stuff. Man, there's a ton of params for this, huh? Will we get you in merchandise? Probably never. Lisp languages are cool. Ratchet and Clank was written in Lisp. Yeah, they use Naughty Dog's own Lisp thingy. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. Yeah. I think it's something to do with this, though, by the way. Static cast. And then these are reals, but then we can also just cast it, because static cast is the safest one to use, apparently, according to Google. So Host FBO. Yeah. I'm not very good at Lisp, but I did write one. The nice part about writing a language or writing a Lisp is that Lisp is already like pre-parsed essentially. Because like a normal programming language, you would parse it into like a Lisp style format. So that's nice, I suppose. Oh, and actually, this is backwards. I'm just looking at this now. This is backwards. Send texture has been sending the wrong response code, but luckily I never look at the response code, so that's fine. Oh yeah, let's give this another compile. This is really quick. And then also grab all this code, slap it into here. Sure, change me. Send it. Push it. Git commit, add all, fix up, git rebase, squash. No, that's not how you do it. Here we go. I would like to hug a polygonal duck or anime girl. Well, you could just go out and do your own thing, right? You could have code stream bingo cards or merch. The REPL could be a free space. I'm just really proud of the REPL, okay? It's possibly like one of my most impressive things I've ever made besides this application, which I also mostly made by myself besides the entire other thing. I suppose also check this out. Boom. Yeah, there's the anime girl. So for big catfishing hours or real catfishing hours. Did you tell me that? Touch grass? Yeah. Touch grass, the devil's lettuce, if you will. You release any games with Godot? Check this out. I wrote this bot. The bot is not written with Godot. It's written in Golang. But I do have an itch.io. So, I suppose. Yeah, I guess here, let's see. Most of these are actually tools. The only good ones are Giant Horse Death Ball. That's pretty much it. Giant Horse Death Ball is pretty good, I think, if you can get past that tutorial. Party rotations is a cool idea, but the execution needed work. Everything else is kind of bad. Don't play this. Don't play this. Don't play this. This one's interesting. This. Don't play this. Yeah. So it's basically both my Ludum Dare submissions are okay. Heartbeast and I recently released a game. Oh, okay. So you are affiliated with Heartbeast. Heartbeast is neat. Oh, I clicked on someone's name in chat. I wanted to see if you were Heartbeast in disguise. I've seen their tutorials before. Why don't we play it? I don't really want to play. I'm currently stun locked trying to figure out why my application here is not sending the correct FBO. Right? See, I patched Godot. I did everything as an engine module because I thought exposing the FBO would help me, but it's not helping me for whatever reason. Of course, actually, hold on. We need to do something really quick. Close this, kill this, go over here. I've been doing a lot of copying. I feel like I need to write a script for this, but I just don't compile all that often. It's just when I do compile, I compile a lot because I usually forget a lot of stuff. I can whisper you a key if you would like, also known as Lit Stoat. I feel like I've seen that name before, but no worries. I don't really have that much time to play games anymore. Mostly because I'm trying to get this application ready to go for Godot Showreel. Because I think it's okay, right? It more or less just works. The tracking is back and functional. What I was trying to do is add the, you know, all the spout support and all that. Yeah, so this is, see, it works, right? And then I want it to be able to forward the scene over to OBS. I thought it'd be really quick because I had already written all the code to do so, but here we are, still very confused about the current state of things. The girl programming a video game engine. Check this out, you find something? Ooh, Spiral Technica, spout for Python. Yeah. Look at that though. Spout SDK. I don't really know what I'm looking at though. This is webcam sender example. So how is it sending? So it sets up an OpenGL context. If you debug the GL buff, I really don't want to though. I really don't want to. So okay, so it's grabbing a frame using CV2. Sure. Send texture. So it's not sending an FBO. Wait, what is GL texture 2D? All right, that's interesting. What is this? What the heck is a GL texture? Is that the shared texture? What is this? Oh, this comes from, I actually don't know. Oh, it's one of the star imports. Okay, I see. It's one of the star imports. All right, so by the way, we're gonna close this. I need to get out of the habit of closing it using this button. I need to close it using this so it cleans up correctly. I'll go back to here. You might have noticed that even though I'm not tracking it using my face, the mouth kept moving, which is because the lip syncer is actually on a different thread written in Rust. So what is GL texture 2D? So OpenGL. How do I look at Python libraries? Python OpenGL. Sure. Which one is this? So spout for Python. Oh, that's fantastic. Do you have a... God, see, this is why I hate reading Python code, man. Which OpenGL is this? I'm assuming it's not PyOpenGL, but it might be. They don't have a requirements.txt, so I have no idea what it is. Modern GL, so this is modern OpenGL bindings for Python, but I don't think that's it. FBO example 2. Well, it doesn't matter, right? The FBO example, I'm pretty sure I'm doing something wrong, because the API surface for FBO stuff is very easy. It's very simple. So I'm not worried about the FBO thing. I think there's probably just something on my side that I'm doing wrong. Actually, this FBO thing is FBO sender. Yeah, see, this is just using the texture again. This is actually completely mislabeled as well. It's PyOpenGL. PyOpenGL. Actually, where did you find that? Where is it? Where is it? Is it in the README? Is it in the README? Okay, so it is in the README. Okay, so I apologize. They did put it in the README, but they didn't do it in the standard way. I'm still mad. And then also, it's only on SourceForge, which is very annoying. How do I don't want to manually look at the packages, but I want to see what the heck they're using here for GL texture 2D. I don't know what that is. GL texture 2D. Probably it's in GL. So GL texture 2D, that's a constant, probably. GL texture. All right, well, we tried. They're using GL and GLU. I don't really know it. Glutes is a windowing thing, I thought. Hey, GL. Please. Oh, these are all the same thing. This is a texture buffer. I saw that somewhere. I would also like to point out how their function signature is camel cased, even though it's Python. I'm assuming it's camel cased because it's trying to follow like the OpenGL API, which I guess makes sense, but I really don't want to. You know what? This is exactly what REPL is for. Let's spin up a REPL. Which one's Python? This one? This is Python. This is Python 3.8.2, but that's should be fine. We're in a shell. Pip install. What was it? Python OpenGL. And then I just want to look at. I just want to know what GL texture 2D is, please. I have no idea. Because once I figure out what that is, we can do the rest. Oh, okay. We already have PyOpenGL. That's cool. Well, C++ specs. Yeah, but I want to know what the Python one is. I hate working with C++. I'm so over it. Well, actually, what version are we? All right, cool. So pull me into Python, and then we'll go into here, just import whatever they're doing there. So from OpenGL, GL imports star. That's fine. And then I think we can just hit it with a print. Oh, we can just try, and then it will give me something. GL texture 2D. How do you inspect something in Python in the REPL? So I found it. There it is. Or actually, can't you, if you get out of here. Where is it? Where are my packages? It's in UPM probably? No, it's somewhere. Hold on. Where are my packages? Type? Well, I just want to inspect what the object is. Is that how you inspect objects in Python? It's been a while. Right, and then we... Yeah, but where is the source? That's the hard part, is I don't know what the source is, but I need to know what the GL texture 2D is. Type? Yeah, I don't think that's it. You can print it. Oh, did I not import it? Oh, I imported glue. I need to import GL. Sorry. Type. It's an integer constant. Sure. Yeah, well, aren't you able to... Oh no, Python inspect object. Okay, actually, I forgot help as a thing, yeah. Actually, oh no, I'm dumb. All right, go into here, then hit it with a help. Copy. Okay, look at that. Is that it? Bring it back. Okay. Help. Am I not able to scroll? I am able to scroll. That's weird. So int constants. Sure. So then there is an integer, which is a constant question mark. So then it has all of these things, I suppose. Okay, sure. So then just call a is equal to this, right? And then hit me with a constant. I think that's a field on it, right? Has no attribute. Really? Method resolution order? Yeah. Yeah, GL texture, which is a GL texture. I would like to. I would like the bald value, please. How do I get the bald value from this? Where's I'm not good enough at. I'm not good enough at Python, or I never have to use the REPL to inspect an object. Okay, well, we can try this. Oh, yeah. Sure. Vars. Yeah. Dir. It's not really what I want. Get attribute. I have no. I don't know what the attributes are. I just gave you the name, which is nothing. Like an IPython. And then there's an inspect module. Do I have inspect? Is that something I can import? Or is that something that's only in IPython? Oh, okay, cool. So print inspect a. Okay, well, oh, it's inspect get source, sorry. Get source. What was it? Type error. Module, class, whatever was expected, but instead we got an integer constant. Instead we got an int constant. All right, well, I guess we're not able to. Hey. All right, well, say goodbye. Nope, it's quit. No, it's actually exit the function. All right, cool. So that was like a complete waste of time. Yeah, so I'm doing the same thing as them. That's 100% sure. I guess the only kind of weird thing is the sender texture ID, but I don't have access to those, so I should not assume that I have those. Get texture. This is the FBO anyways. Yeah, we'll come back to FBO. I need to ask some people some questions. This is the correct shared texture ID. I don't think in Spout 2, or I don't think Spout 2 has anything that I can look at. Although maybe I might be able to look at the log files. What is the current log? What is this? Maybe this will be useful. I don't know. This looks pretty informative. Maybe I should be looking at this more. Oh. There's something wrong here. That's interesting. Ah. So something is failing to start. I don't really understand what though. Oh no, there's something else that's there's something else that's just logging. Okay. I don't know. I need to think. There's something wrong here, but I don't know what. But it's so close though. It's so close. Viewports get texture. But then I think if I do viewports, yeah, isn't it they didn't send a viewport last time. So what if I change this to be, comment that out, boom, 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 boom. And then we do model, viewports. No, hold on, we still need to get the texture ID. This is model, viewports, get texture, RID, and then see if we crash. No, it's still wrong. Okay, but is it? Yeah, there's some sort of WAS API thing that is really messing with my OBS, but so it doesn't matter on this side. I don't think the WAS API thing makes a difference. Send texture. It must be something here, because I'm pretty sure this is right. Right, we send texture. GLU ints, unsigned ints. Those are right, and then I pass in the inverts, and then also I cast the FBO to 0. Yeah. You know, I can always do this as well. So, like var error is equal to this, and then we can, of course, print it out. So print error, maybe. Or print okay if error is okay, else failed. Right, go here. Yeah, so we are sending successfully. That's not the problem. The problem is the texture then. The problem is the texture. Is the send size just wrong? Maybe? It shouldn't matter because, yeah, and I'm also sending the send size here. If I take this out, what happens? Does nothing happen? That's a bit wrong. It's still sending correctly, but it's not displaying properly. Send size. See, now it's just a black screen, but then it's 1920 by 1080, which is not right, I think. So if we set this to spout send size is equal to vector to 16 by 900. Also doesn't really matter. No, but we are still loading everything incorrectly. Is it because the texture just isn't bound yet? So I remember. Oh, the FBO must be bound. I don't think there's gonna be a difference here. Yep, it's still just black. Yeah, I think this is fine. It doesn't do anything. I don't know. Let me try the other thing. Yeah, let me try this again. Just one more time, just in case I'm crazy. I'm losing my mind. But you know what? Also, somewhat interestingly, actually, am I doing something? Am I accidentally resizing? You know what? I am resizing the window. That's why. I am resizing the window. I totally forgot that I'm resizing the window. So I should probably take that out. So that's actually totally correct. Can you bind the texture somehow using other methods? Well, I can think the texture's already bound, and then it just gets copied, right? It's just this part here where the senders send FBO, which is a bit suspect. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me today. I think my plan of action is to probably hop into the Rocket chat and see if someone can, if someone is willing to talk to me about FBOs. I think the FBO is probably the best part, and then I can also go onto the Spout forums and ask about sending a texture. Or possibly also maybe just someone on the Godot Rocket chat can talk to me about like the texture ID, because I think the texture ID is correct. Like the way that I'm trying to get the texture ID, this looks correct, right? The texture ID, texture owner get, you know, the texture. That's right. It's just something about the FBO doesn't seem correct. But I did also, you know, guarantee, I'm pretty sure that these are different. Or they're not different, but they are valid. Yeah. That's going to be it for me for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be live Sunday for sure from, well, not for sure, but most likely Sunday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern time. Working on this again. Probably not. I think if I can't figure it out, it's just going to have to wait. Because I've wasted too much time on it. Although I am happy as to where it is right now. At least like regular FBO stuff works, so I am able to send things over the wire normally. Although I'm starting to wonder, maybe this is not the permanent texture ID. Hold on. I started talking as if I was gonna go away, but hold on. Returns the OpenGL ID of the texture's image. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, that is right. Returns the type of the texture. Texture type 2D. No, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Just to see. Yeah, I should probably try that at some point, but I'll do it later. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later. Hold on. Just drop some links in the chat. There's the GitHub. There's the Discord. We're working on all sorts of projects there. Anyways, goodbye. My brain is fried.